everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in Planescape Quantum Mortality, part 10 of this fantastic D&D adventure. Today is April 27th, 2025, and you are loved. And that is a very important thing that we like to remind each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each and every single one of these games. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, or you can go towards where anywhere audiocasts are being made available for free. You can find us there under the same moniker. And speaking of things that are being made available for free, if you go to patreon.com/indooradventures, you can check up on our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but also from the community. So if you have any questions for myself or any of these other fantastic folk, feel free to again join us at patreon.com/indooradventures. But let's say you already support us on Patreon. You already support us on Twitch and YouTube and all of those other wonderful spaces, and you're trying to think to yourself, where can I go to help support this fantastic show even more? Well, guess what, Acorns? I got your back. Quite literally, in fact, because if you go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, we got t-shirts, we got posters, we got crop tops, throw pillows, shower curtains, aprons, clocks. We even have face masks with the symbol of Tiamat upon them, designed by our very own Cyberwolf1201, where all the proceeds of all of our merch currently goes to help support Doctors Without Borders. So if you would like to help support a good cause, you can again go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. Again, that is indooradventure, no S at the end, .redbubble.com. But that is it for my opening spiel. So, Dingo, who you playing today?
I'm Dingo. I use she, her, and he, him pronouns, and I am playing Sai, the Air Genasi Twilight Domain cleric, who uses she, they pronouns.
And Kylan, who you playing?
Hi everyone, I'm Kylan. I use she, Faye pronouns. I was about to mess up my pronouns. Oh lord. Who am I? And today I will be playing Tessell. Right now a chromatic dragonborn, Echo Knight fighter. They use they them pronouns.
And Danae.
I knew I would forget. I was scrambling to find the order. Hi everybody, that's me. I'm Danae. I am playing as Aluvire, who is currently a bard, but is always a minotaur, and we both use she, her.
And I am the indoor adventurer, he, him, and today I shall be playing as Orillo Thread Twister, Bugbear Rogue, and current, possibly former shop owner. Uses he, him pronouns as well.
And hi, I'm Cyber of Cyberwolf1201.com. I use he or whatever pronouns. I am a menace, and I'm going to be running a game of Dungeons and Dragons for my friends. So to recap, y'all do not have the rats, so we don't get to open up with squeaks. Sorry. To recap, because it's been a minute. The four of you are stuck in a perpetual cycle of reincarnating after dying. This has caught the attention of the Harmonium of Sigil, who consider you as in violation of multiversal law and want you to be permanently dead. Shemeshka, a powerful Arcanoloth and the owner of the Fortune's Wheel Casino in Sigil, has so far kept them off your back with the help of Madison, with a Y and two N's, a Cambion lawyer from Ribcage. In exchange, you are searching for R04M Discursive Appraisal, an accountant who is currently missing. So far, you have followed R04M to Wanderholm, the workshop of the god Gund. Apparently, he had been here looking through the archives for devices that could affect multiversal stability. And this had included the Ori of the Wanderer, which is currently in the possession of Asmodeus, the Lord of the Hells. The only other clue that you have right now is a Mimir that was shattered in the castle that is currently being repaired by Zathir, the Githzerai adjunct professor, who is the owner of the castle that you all are currently using as your mobile base of operations in the Outlands. But you are all here in the archives. What would you like to do? You were also directed here by uh, the two of the more helpful characters that you have encountered here are currently in the trial grounds. Daisy, the Dragonforged gunsmith, and KyleWithAnN, a auto-gnome pyrotechnician, who directed you to the archives, but mentioned that they were having some issues with some rust monsters, and seemed more than happy to let you try out some of their more explosive weapons.
At that point, once because we've kind of like looked around the archive, gathered as much info as we can given the situation, right?
Orillo specifically, you will need to crawl your way out of a fortress of alchemical books that have been placed around you.
Oh, right.
Having requested the archivist, and I think I'm quoting this correctly, everything that you have on alchemy.
Yeah, that does sound like me. I think like the archivist will eventually bring one up. He'll be like, okay, that's enough. I can't read more than this. Given this scenario, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Did Orillo learn anything?
No.
I haven't had time to look through these books.
Stacks of Encyclopedia Alchemica have been just placed in front of Orillo. He would not have had time to even crack one open before being basically covered in the stacks of books.
I think Orillo will just take a look at all this mounting pile of work in front of him and realize, you know what? That's not for me. And he will look at the rest of the party and say, while Aluvire and I were out looking about, we discovered that there was two individuals looking for assistance with some rust monsters. Feeling maybe, they helped us. It's only fair that we help them, yeah?
I think
Aluvire's
Tessell.
making a face.
Kind of face.
Tessell kind of cracks their neck a little bit, and they're like, I could blow off some steam.
And he looks over towards Sai. What about you?
I suppose that sounds all right. I'm up for it.
Okay. You all make your way back out across the series of catwalks that lead you from the archives within this workshop to the trial ground, the scrapyard, junkyard area. It's hard to tell exactly how far up you are. Looking down, you can see layers upon layers upon layers of brasswork, pipes, gears. Not all of them in functional order. You're just sitting on top of this pile of steampunk junk, for lack of a better word. But you make your way to the area known as the trial grounds. And again, you can see the brass humanoid sort of constructed in the shape of a dragon, or a dragonborn. and this small auto gnome. Did you find what you were looking for?
For the most part, we didn't find him, but we found direction.
So where are you headed?
End of the day, I think we're heading to...
Go on.
It's okay, you can tell them.
Wait, was it Ribcage? Are we heading to? Is that the one?
Ribcage was the last place that Gond had let Sai know that he had seen Rome.
I'm so good at this.
And since the Orrery of the Wanderer, which was the thing that he seemed interested in, was within the possession of Asmodeus, the Lord of the Nine Hells, the most direct path that he would likely have taken was through the gate of Ribcage.
Next stop's Ribcage.
Fun.
Could be worse. I got some contacts near there.
Hold on a second, and Daisy will turn around and take another more pop shots at this huge insect that has sort of been rifling on the side of this like chain link fence on the far side of this junkyard.
Aluvire's now on the other side of Orillo.
Hi. So, you were asking about the sort of, did you want to try them out? Because we really could use some help.
I would love to.
I mean, you know, Rust monsters showing up every now and then. That just, comes with the territory of having a place full of scrap. But I don't know, something's got them all stirred up, and the two of us are largely ferrous in composition, if you catch my drift. So we can't investigate without quite literally risking our hide. But we can keep them from coming into the foundry and the workshop, which is what the big man asked us to do. But if you want to take up a weapon and do that, we'd be mighty thankful.
Well,
it does sort of look like fun.
a little bit of extra firepower if we help you out to go before heading off to Ribcage. Seems like a fair deal.
Right, so Daisy will have muskets and pistols. Kettle Whistle will have bombs and smoke powder.
Hook me up with
To borrow?
To borrow, if you would like to purchase something, you can talk about that too.
Hook me up with a pistol and some smoke powder.
Okay. A packet or a keg?
Let's say a keg.
Okay. I mean, these are vanilla in D&D Beyond, so you can add a pistol and a smoke powder keg.
You got it.
What sort of weapon is the musket classified as?
Marshall.
Sweet. And the pistol?
I believe they're both ranged martial weapons.
Interesting. Okay. I think Sai is gonna pick up a musket and some bombs.
Okay, bomb is that it should also be in there. If it's not, let me know. I will make sure that I have the rules for these pulled up.
Bombs.
Um, my dex isn't great, but bombs feel imprecise enough that I can get away with it.
Oh, famous last words.
Oh, you know what? I didn't think about that.
Oh no, I don't want to think about consequences.
Full send. Full send.
Let's do it.
I'll just take one bomb.
I think I'll just play support. You guys can handle this, right?
And Orillo looking at this keg of smoke powder. I think we can make this work.
Now, I would like everybody to make a perception check.
Okay, I'm taking 2 bombs real quick.
I'm going to take a very jumpy perception check.
16.
There's a button around here somewhere. I know it.
12.
Hello?
Perception.
Perception.
Ooh, 11.
Perception. There's something going on with my browser that doesn't want to let me roll.
Like a hardware
Okay,
acceleration thing.
Maybe it might also be that somehow dice rolling got turned off. Yes, it did. It's back on now, baby. Let's do this.
Let's go.
Let's go. 17.
Aluvire, as Kettle Whistle is rifling through his things to find the bombs that you're requesting, you also do notice that there is a larger... It looks kind of like a firearm, but significantly more complex in make.
I noticed that. Does that have significance?
It is a weapon that apparently they have that they have not told you about.
Okay, great, wonderful. That's fine. That's their prerogative. They don't have to tell us anything, honestly. Like, everything's fine. This is the wrong Aluvire to notice these things. The real threat is the many-legged ones.
For the musket, am I just taking the regular standard musket?
Yes, just the 2024 one. So we don't need to deal with misfires and all that. Goodness,
Hello?
Doug.
Oh, okay, it was an actual dog. I thought that was a human making that noise. I was like, how?
All right, are y'all ready to go and see about these rust monsters?
The only good bug's a dead bug. Let's go.
I'm ready to game out of my gourd.
I'm doing my part.
All right, Orillo will, I'll lead the charge as a stealthy boy.
I hope I'm picking everybody right. Yeah, as another trio of rust monsters is sort of digging through the scrap and making their way towards the yard. Everybody roll for initiative.
Okay.
Oh.
25.
Ooh.
24.
A crisp 4.
Yo, a natural 20 for 23.
I also got a natural 20.
Wow. I feel less bad about going after you.
I rolled a 16 and got a 25 as a total.
Okay, Aluvire, you got it what?
23. Sorry. For some reason, I thought it would be smarter to, like, sign it than reach for my mute button.
This is not the right side. Okay. Side, did you get a 24?
Mm-hmm.
Tessell, did you get a 4?
I sure did.
Okay. Orillo, you are going to be up first.
Okay. Have they noticed me?
We'll say no.
Awesome.
Okay, you all may notice that something on your character sheet has changed. There may be a maps option or a go to the game thing if you want to look at the VTT. You do not have to. This is my shit to deal with.
Where would I find that?
I think in the top right.
Take me to the VTT. Launch game. Wow, 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 that did it. If you look in the,
Oh.
if you look in the thing. Sorry, that
I'm in.
wasn't helpful.
Oh, it's the little play button, right?
Oh, that Aluvire is so cute.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No.
Hello.
We're getting real distracted, but
Yes. So
Are-
I am going to take a shot at one of these rust monsters, but I'm going to use my short bow
Okay.
because it is less loud and I am better with a short bow than I am with a pistol. So I'm going to try and do a short bow. Does a 13 hit?
a 13 does not hit.
Okay. Sounds good. So
Was that with advantage?
that was not with advantage. Let me do that with advantage, though.
Oh, that's for...
Natural 20. Hell yes.
That'll do it.
I love to see a rogue nat.
Okay, so on the initial piercing, that's going to be 9. Hold on. Let me do crit damage for my sneak attack. So a total of 21.
Yo, fuck him up.
Yeah, that hurry.
Okay. And then let me just check here. All right, sounds good. So then I am going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 behind this here pile of junk.
That is a hole.
That's a hole. Is this a pile of
Yes,
junk?
that's a pile of junk.
I will hide behind the pile of junk, and I would like to bonus action stealth, please.
Okay.
Me,
Roll.
follow my lead. Immediately hides. A 15.
Okay. Sai.
How big are these rust monsters?
Rust monsters are considered medium. They are... Okay. Imagine an isopod the size of a recliner.
Okay. That's not so bad. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to touch one.
Reach out and touch bugs.
Orillo, which one did you hit? A, B, or C?
I
He hit
hit yeah.
A. I'm just the first one we say.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt on B. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does.
Yes. Okay, it's going to be 11 radiant damage. And then the next attack roll made against it before the end of my next turn has advantage.
Okay. Is that it?
And then I think I'm going to move up next to Rust Monster B.
Okay.
Would I be able to go
Aluvire.
there?
Aluvire, suddenly alone, panics.
Tessell's with you.
Skitter. Yeah, well, skitters over to hide behind Tessell. And she'll use a bonus action to inspire them. Now, an interesting thing about my bardic inspirations, if you fail the roll that you attempt with the bardic inspiration, you get to keep the bardic inspiration until it succeeds.
Nice.
I'm the bardiest bard. And in addition, enlarge. Go get him, Tiger.
I'm embiggened.
All right.
I will hide here.
Okay. Now, before Tessell can go, these rust monsters, having been assailed, are absolutely going to be coming out of the woodwork or ironwork.
Oh no!
Oh no.
There's more?
There are 3 at the moment.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
They are coming from somewhere, but there are
Okay.
3 at the moment.
Okay. Okay.
How far away is? Yep. Okay. Orillo,
Yeah.
the monster that you shot is immediately going to wiggle its antenna and use its iron scent to find the source of the ferrous metal
No!
within 30 feet of it, which is you.
Oh, fuck. Whoa there, cowboy. Slow down.
Oh man, I'm glad I didn't hide behind you.
Oh, no. Okay, does a 15 hit you?
A 15 meets my armor class.
Okay. You are going to take 4 points of damage, of piercing damage from its bite.
Okay. Sounds good.
Make a dexterity save.
Oh, 26.
You got a keg of powder, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Its antenna sort of twitches at it. But the iron fittings around the keg that are holding it together do not rust.
Oh, thank God.
Oh my god. These guys really weren't equipped to fight these guys. No wonder they outsourced.
Just like, hey, you look like you're made of flesh. You want to fight some rust monsters?
Does a 17 hit?
Yes, that just hits.
Okay, you're going to be taking 9 points of piercing damage.
That sounds about right.
What sort of weapon do you have?
Well, it depends.
What sort of weapon is being carried?
Currently equipped.
Mm-hmm.
The musket.
Make a dexterity save.
You know what? That was a good idea.
That's 5.
Okay. the weapon is going to have a -1 penalty. Just for attack rolls.
Okay. I can live with that.
Sai does a 6, Sai does a 20 hit.
Yes.
Not natural. Modded 20, but you'll take 6 more points of piercing damage. Tessell, you're up.
Hey, Dingo.
Mm-hmm.
If I do something that's slightly inaccurate and you are perhaps caught up in the blast, is this okay or not?
I love
okay?
being caught up in the crossfire. Let's go.
So my aim here,
Mhm.
my goal is to throw a bomb behind the 2 rust monsters inside. The bomb has a 5-foot radius, so in theory, Sai will not get caught up in the blast.
Crossfire.
That is my hope.
Yes.
You want to add your bardic inspiration to this roll?
There's no roll.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, there's no roll to huck it?
It's a
It just
Constitution
says,
save,
as an
right?
action, you light a bomb and throw it at a point 60 feet away where it explodes.
Wow.
Okay. Woo! Woo! Yeah, so it's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna huck that son of a gun.
So like, there.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's the bitch.
Okay, so that's a dexterity save from these, right? Yes.
Yes,
DC
of
12
12.
dexterity.
DC 12.
Uh, 2 ain't gonna make it. And 18 will. So roll that beautiful damage.
Okay, let's see. Can I? All right, yeah, I can roll 3 at once. So that's 3d6. Ooh, 14. Fire damage, I believe. Yes.
Okay.
And then 7 for the one that made it.
Cool. All right. Anything for your bonus action?
Yeah, bonus action. Hang on, is it a, I'm just reading if it's a bonus action to also make it move. Oh, no action required. Okay. So I want to bonus action summon my Manifest Echo. And I want the Echo to run behind the monster that's by Orillo. So it's like caught in like a pincher formation. And then I want to run up by the closest one to Sai, which I think should be fine. It is less than 40 feet.
Yep.
So my embiggened self is right there. And I believe that is all I can do at this point in time.
Okay. Orillo, there's a Rusty in front of you and an Echo behind it.
Big old rust bucket. Well, as it turns out, one thing I forgot that I can do because of the new weapon rules not in 5.2 or 5.5 ed, however we call this, is that if I hit a creature with my short bow and deal damage to it, I have advantage on my next attack roll against that creature before the end of my next turn. So
that would be now.
So I'm a sneak attack this rust bucket while I'm here. So let's roll with advantage. That's another natural 20. This is a great
Let's
day.
go.
Yo!
God gamer.
Oh my god. Woo! That is a total of 52.
It is deceased.
Yay!
Anything else?
Nope. Well, wait. Okay, so that thing's gone. Then I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh god, yeah, I'll move. You know what? No, I'm gonna hide. Okay.
I was gonna say, it sounds like there's more coming.
I am going to hide behind the corpse of the thing that I just dropped. So that is either. I am on fucking fire today. That is a third natural 20 for a 30 on stealth.
Oh
And
my
if these
God.
things didn't have iron radar, that would probably help you.
Oh my god, yes, I don't care. I feel so good about it.
Before you run off and hide, when the little rusty isopod falls down, you just see the Echo like standing across from you and just like thumbs up.
Oh yeah, no, like Orillo with like this giant, like the Urukai from the Two Towers, where it has like the giant keg of smoke powder on its back, just like gives you a thumbs up, and then just runs off to hide.
Die.
Question
Mhm.
that I should have asked previously. The rust monsters. So are these metal bugs or are they just regular bugs?
They are regular bugs. They have a diet of metal, so that does show up in their biology, but they are monstrosities.
Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna do what I was gonna do anyway. On rust
So,
monster.
one of yours is still guiding bolted.
Yes. So Sai is gonna start shuffling their feet on the ground, and Tessell, you see their hair starting to like static up, and she's gonna shocking grasp the rest monster, putting both of her hands on it.
Okay.
Let's see. Where is it? 16 to hit. I'll do it one more time. 26 to hit.
Yeah, that will absolutely hit.
It's going to be 8 lightning damage.
It did not like that. Anything else?
I don't think I have any other really useful bonus actions. Oh, wait. Can I do Shield of Faith as a bonus action? Oh, but I already did a spell.
Is Shocking Grass a cantrip?
It is a cantrip.
Then you're good.
Then I will do... I'm going to do Shield of Faith on... What's the range on that? 60 feet?
Yeah, you can get anybody.
I'm going to Shield of Faith Aluvire. So you get a
Aluvire.
+2 to your AC.
It's now your turn.
You're muted.
I
Or just not gonna.
I was turned away. Sorry, I was typing. I was putting it in. Wow, me. I've been shielded of faith. How kind. I'm running away. Actually, I would like to know, what is this thing next? Am I getting too distracted by the
It's a
map?
crane. It's a
There's
crane.
a crane.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's a crane that seems to be like hanging over just lower scrap and everything.
Looks like a great thing to hide behind. I'm
Sure.
going to Bardic Inspiration Sigh and then hide behind this crane.
Okay.
And that will be me. Oh, should I roll a hide check? I could probably hide as an action.
You could.
I'm gonna do it. I got a 17.
Okay.
Okay,
And
that's me.
and the monsters cannot smell you because you are out of their iron scent radius.
Let's go.
Sai, make a dexterity save.
You want to add your bardic inspiration to this?
I sure do.
It's a D8.
You're trying to beat an 11.
Oh.
I'm gonna add it anyway because my dexterity is not great. $11. 7 plus 4, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. You reflexively pull your musket out of the way of this angry rust monster's antenna, and then it attempts to fight you.
Bitch.
15 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay. Tessell, what are you currently equipped with?
I got a long sword.
Cool. Make a dexterity save.
Beans. Okay, well I still have my bardic, so I can use that. Do I need to call ahead of time or
No,
after the fact? Okay.
because if you use your bardic inspiration and don't hit it, you're good. So
Okay. Oh, I need a 7 on a D8.
Come
you can try it.
on.
It could happen. It could happen.
Actually, I have a heroic inspiration. Can I reroll the 4?
Oh.
Let's try to get a little higher than a 4. Let's reroll a 4. All right, let's try to get a 7 or higher on a D8. Do you believe in miracles? No, that's a 2.
Okay, I need you to remember that your longsword now has a -1 penalty to its attacks.
Okay.
Just attack rolls, the damage is still fine.
All right.
Hey, since it failed, you get to keep that bardic inspiration.
Oh, yay!
Does
For
a
next
9
time.
does a 9 hit you?
It does not.
Okay. Well, it's trying to bite you. It does not. We're moving on. It's your turn.
Well, I'm not very happy about the whole resting my sword situation. So I am going to longsword strike the one in front of me with my new +6 modifier. Yeah. 25.
That'll hit.
All right. I also need to remember what enlarge does to damage. It's +4? Yeah. Okay. Or plus a d4, excuse me. All right, so we'll
Hang on.
do...
Let
Oh, I
me
can-
make sure I have it myself.
Yeah, I can double check the enlarge.
Oh, I might also be looking at the old rules.
The target's attacks with its enlarged weapons or unarmed strikes deal an extra 1d4 damage on a hit.
Okay,
Correct.
cool. All right, so let me roll regular damage first. All right. Oh my gosh. All right, 7 plus a d4. 10 damage overall.
Okay.
Do I have second attack at this point? I should,
level are
right?
you?
I'm level 6.
Then yeah.
Okay. I take another attack. All right. I roll 19.
That'll hit.
All right. I will. Okay, that's 9. I think it's every attack you get to add the d4, right?
Yeah.
Or is it once per turn? Okay. So 9.
That is enough
Plus 3, 12.
To exterminate it.
Huzzah! All right.
Anything else?
I am going to run up here to this one so I'm a little closer. What do I want to do with my echo? Hang on. I think I have an idea. All right, so I only moved up like 2 spaces, so that was 10. And teleport's 15. Okay, I'm gonna switch places with my echo so my echo can get the rust. You deal with that.
Cool. Can your echo
All right.
attack?
Not this turn unless I just. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just. Wait, hang on. I gotta see if that's a bonus
Is
action.
swapping a bonus action?
Swapping is a bonus action. Yeah, so I can't
Yeah.
attack.
Okay.
Okay. It's just gonna be there to soak it up for me.
Orillo,
All right.
you are hidden.
I am going to roll out to like right here and then shoot my arrow at that thing.
Okay, you do have advantage.
Huzzah!
Not your gun?
No, I'm actually worse off with my gun than I am my short bow.
Incredible.
I don't think I'm
Whoa.
proficient in pistol.
In gun.
But it was a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, so then we are rolling. That is 7 damage, followed with my sneak attack.
It had 7 hit
Oh,
points.
sick.
Go.
And then we still see more of them coming on the horizon?
No.
Yeah.
Where these creatures have dug out from this pile of scrap, you can see it's almost like a larger, like, tunnel within the scrap that seems to be the point of origin for these, but you would need to like go in and investigate if you're trying to like cut these off from the source.
What if we just light a bomb and then roll it down the tunnel and just explode them in the tunnel?
We would need to find out how deep the tunnel goes, so that way we can set the fuse for the correct amount of time.
All right, if you want to go about it that way.
They can also sense metal.
And?
So the casings on the smoke powder are made of metal.
Sai has stopped listening and is poking her head into the tunnel hole to like listen.
Make a perception check.
Come on. 23.
You hear the distant sounds of skittering. You also hear like a clanging and whirring. It's hard to tell how far it is from the echo. It's probably a good like 30 yards. But there's no straight shot to it.
I think she relays that to the rest of the group and says, well, I mean, they're definitely in there. There's definitely something going on.
Well,
who's brave enough to go down?
Distant jingling.
As Aluvire does not go.
Does not approach.
Aluvire running away.
If it's a recon mission, There's only one person who's up for the job, and he'll just start stripping.
I don't think you have to. All right.
They can sense metal.
Is your shirt made of metal too?
It's got clasps on it.
I don't even see the purpose of the clasp. Tessell, your echo, are they able to communicate with you?
Let's see if I can sense what they're sensing. They cannot communicate with me. Also, I have to remain within 30 feet of it at all times, or else it disappears.
Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. Well, that's all right. I suppose he's just as expendable then.
Orillo has stripped down to everything except for his boots of elven kind.
Orillo receives a bardic inspiration.
He somehow looks more naked than if he were just like didn't have shoes on.
Isn't that true?
Eldritch knowledge.
It like acknowledges the fact that clothes exist and you choose not to partake in them.
Okay.
Tessell's just like, yeah, good luck.
Slink down to the ground, just start like going in.
Remember, Orillo, only a recon mission.
Well, I don't have any weapons or bombs or smoke or anything on me.
I don't know what you'll get up to.
He winks and then goes into the tunnel.
Okay. So as this bebooted and not much else bugbear slinks begins crawling through this tunnel to go further, we're gonna take a little break.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes, so don't go no place unless it's to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, pick yourself up something nice, and we'll see you all shortly. All right, everybody. See you soon. We're back. Hello, everybody, and welcome. We have returned to our Planescape adventure. I am going deeper into a hole than I've ever gone before. Cyber, take us away.
Yeah, so just to paint a picture that I don't want to paint.
Okay.
This is a tunnel that has been made of partially digested scrap metal, or like carved into partially digested scrap metal. So the danger of tetanus would be for real, but this is a fantasy world, and we're not going to deal with that.
Fantasy tetanus.
Don't worry, he got his fantasy tetanus shot.
But you crawl your way through this and are not immediately accosted by any other rust monsters that would be coming through this, which, again, rust monster is about the size of, let's say, a recliner. So the hole is spacious enough to be moved through without massive claustrophobia. And there are some pockets of light from Wonderhome getting your way in there. You get about 100 feet into these corridors before it starts to open up. And this is where you really start to hear clanging, whirring, the sounds of the movement of a lot of metal. Make a perception check.
Oh boy, oh jeez. Perception. That's a 12.
Okay. So out of well, like from behind some of the piles of metal within this room, you can see some definite movement of not only some rust monsters, but also of more metal. Um, how how can I describe this? Um, Resident Evil Village. Have you played or seen that?
Yes.
Okay. The Carl Heisenberg boss fight, where it's just a giant amalgamation of scrap that you're not even sure what the actual form should be. And I'll post this in questions for the courts.
Ooh.
Um,
Oh.
like it seems to just be a scrap monster that is trying to defend itself against these rust monsters, and these rust monsters trying to defend itself against this construct.
Huh.
Huh. All right. I'll take stock of what I see. And I will go back up to the surface.
Hey, Orillo, I can talk to you.
Ah!
Up to 120 feet.
Do you have to be able to see me, or is it just like a free, like, telepathy
I mean,
thing?
it's message, but we've had arguments about this before. The wording is that I point in your direction.
Am I able
know
to
his direction.
respond? Or is it just like a
Yes.
one way? Okay.
You may reply to this message.
I see a group of rust monsters down here, and then it looks like a beast made of all sorts of scrap is fighting it. I don't know if we need to help the big monster, or if we kill the little ones, it will try and kill us. I don't know if it's like a hierarchy thing.
Hey, Tessell, Sai, I'm not gonna move from where I am, but I'm just gonna let you know what Orillo said.
Okay, can you tell Orillo that my thought process is, if this isn't taken care of any way, shape, or form at the source, they're just gonna keep coming up and bugging, these people up here.
Okay, let's just exacerbate, or let's just
Let's
move
exacerbate
this
the
along.
Let's exacerbate the problem. Let's there's another word for like making
Expedite.
things expedite. Thank you. It started with an E.
Yeah.
Let's expedite this by pretending we can all hear each other.
Sounds good.
I'm on my way
Chewbacca
back.
rules.
Unless you want to play telephone, that sounds like fun.
Means we're all getting in the hole then.
Yeah, Rilla will, at this point, return out of the hole.
How much room is in the hole?
It's about, I want to say like 6 feet diameter. So it will be a little snug. You will have to, go prone through it, but it's not gonna immediately like cave upon you or anything.
Okay. Sai is handing Orillo back his clothes.
He's readorning himself and just says, "They didn't seem to take any notice when I didn't have any metal on me. But I understand the situation as a whole of us, wanting to have metal on us to be able to kill these things."
Well, I was always also going to say, it seems like maybe they're a bit otherwise preoccupied.
Potentially.
Or
How far away is Daisy?
Like 200 feet.
Okay, great. That works.
We should probably run this by her and be like, "Hey, is that thing something that we should kill also, or retrieve in a way?"
Oh,
Didn't
good
think
plan,
about
good plan.
Yeah.
I don't want to
That's smart.
accidentally kill an ally.
Okay.
the best you understood was, you're gonna go.
Yeah, we're just
ask
gonna
her?
talk to her real quick and be like, "Hey, we saw that thing down there."
Look, if that's what's stirring up the rust monsters, and let's axe it. Like we can, if it's a construct, then like maybe we can fix it or whatever. But it was probably in the scrapyard for a reason.
Sounds good. Fair enough. All
All
right,
right.
back to it. She said it's fine. We can kill it.
Oh, good.
We need any extra bombs or anything?
I was worried this was going to be a moral situation that we'd have to make a decision. Thank goodness.
Yeah, Orillo has his keg of
I ain't got
smoke
the
powder.
spoons for that right now. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah, Orillo's got his keg of smoke powder on his back. He's got all of his stuff back on. He's ready to go.
I'll grab another bomb just to be safe. If they're for the taking, I'll grab one.
I may not actually need any metal on me. Let me check.
What kind of armor
Nope,
you got
I'm wearing
on?
scale mail. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I am a martial class with big old armor. I need to be metal.
Yeah. I'm wearing leather armor, but I don't technically need to.
Leather's
Alvar, are
fine.
you going in the hole?
The
I'm
person
afraid
with the
now.
most metal on us is Tessell, so Tessell probably needs to be at the back. Least amount of metal is Orillo. Well, actually, least amount of metal would be Aluvire.
I don't think that we should send Aluvire first.
All right, then Orillo will go first.
Sorry. Just the idea that Aluvire is now farther away.
Well, I was gonna say Aluvire's wearing has the least amount of metal, but then you have all of the jinglies and bells and stuff like that that you wear. So like, oh boy.
Unfortunately, Orillo, you're the best equipped for this situation.
Funny that.
Funny that.
Also has the bomb strapped to his back.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
I suppose we can get as close as we can and then roll a bomb down and sort of clear a path.
It's in a cave. Under the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Exploding a bomb to clear the path also risks the top part of the cave saying, I don't like this anymore, and crushing us all.
Well, I'll come back.
Sure.
I don't like that attitude.
Okay, now let's
Suit
say we
yourself.
don't come back and instead we're trapped down here. It won't be a fast thing.
Well, then we just,
Okay, whoa.
we've done it before. I don't see the problem. But fine, it's a last resort.
Just on the way down, like, to Tessell, like, it's almost a little concerning how gung-ho Sai is about the whole,
Yeah, we're being really
One of you
blasé here.
literally-
Everybody else gets to stab each other, but God forbid she's
One of you
heading into the
simply
hole.
chose to expire last session.
That's true.
He has a very healthy relationship with death, I promise.
It's a feature, not a bug.
Yeah.
Okay. Down the hole we go.
As you all return into the hole, closer to this disturbance, Tessell and Sai make a perception check to see if you can get any more read on the situation.
Oh heavens. Okay.
23.
Oh, natural 20, 24.
So you definitely see this scrap construct going crazy. You can see that parts of it are rusted. It does not seem to be completely unscathed from this fight. Neither do the rust monsters that are currently here. You do see quite a few corpses of rust monsters here as well, and a whole bunch of smashed, rusty, golden eggs.
Oh.
It seems like this was a nest of some sort that has been disturbed. Tessell, with your natural 20, you also... Okay, the first thing you hear, the first thing that you make out is a tiny noise off to your right. You know the sound of whenever you take a sponge to a very clean dish and you just keep rubbing it in and just that little boop, 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 boop. It's that sound that you can barely make out over all the clanging and everything from your right.
Squeaky clean.
You also can see within all of this scrap, there is a little bit of a spark, sort of off to the left, and another sort of halfway humanoid construct frame that's sort of crumpled over and rusted in one of the piles to your left. And besides that spark every now and then, it is completely immobile.
I will relay this information to my friends.
What's that sound? The squeaky clean dish sound.
I do.
Orillo will look in its direction.
Without going further into the fray,
Shit.
You may not be able to get a good read on it.
All right. One thing we could do, Tessell, your spirit friend, could retrieve the humanoid construct. Potentially.
Let me check the wording. I don't know if there's any verbiage that says it can interact with things. Okay, this is just manifesting rules. That's opportunity attack. That's attacking. So there's no... I always just kind of thought, and...
There's no mage hand mechanic on it.
Yeah, I thought... I didn't know. I don't know what the specifics are, so we can... I leave that up to the DM's discretion.
Mm-hmm. So what are you doing?
If my echo can actually interact with things, push, pull, touch. Okay.
If it can stab, it can hold.
Ooh.
That tracks.
So we want to bring this humanoid frame closer to what end exactly?
I don't know. The perception check passed and it had a glowy marker on it, a la Baldur's Gate 3. So, like...
I suppose if it's
It's
humanoid,
labeled if I hit Alt.
maybe we bring it up and out and bring it back to Daisy. might be something that was lost.
Or someone.
Or
Hi, I'm
someone.
here.
Oh. I don't know if that thing, RE, the crazy whirligig situation going on, scrap thing, if that thing is going haywire, how do we know that the other thing also won't go ballistic as well?
It seems inert.
No guarantee, but it does look, like Aluvire said, out of commission. And it looks much less threatening than the whirligig.
I mean, I could try it.
Couldn't hurt.
All
I
right.
suppose the worst thing that can happen is we fail and it gets left behind.
Yeah, well,
I don't know if that's the worst thing that can happen, but I don't want to talk about
It's
that.
the worst thing that can happen that I want to think about right now.
So a situation logistically that we're having here is right now we are crawling through this tunnel on our little hands and knees because we're prone.
You've gotten into a space where you have breathing room and you could get up. Like this nest is sort of like a larger
Okay.
room in this cavern.
So the issue will
Scrap.
be getting this little thing back through the tiny tunnel that we took.
Sure. I mean, the issue that I'm seeing right now is that in order to investigate either of these things, you will be basically entering the fray between the scrap monster and these rust monsters.
Okay. How about this? We deal with the things fighting first, and then we go look at the
Sounds good.
whatchamacallit. All right. Okay. Good work, team.
I thought it was closer. My bad. All right. Knuckles up.
Are y'all running in?
I think running is a strong word, but
Yeah, Orillo.
Yeah.
Are y'all cautiously moving in?
I have an idea. I know we weren't like 100% fans of the bomb idea, but hear me out. It's only a 5-foot radius. It's only a 5-foot explosion radius.
That's pretty
This
controlled
tunnel is
in terms
bigger-
of explosions.
The tunnel's bigger than 5 feet high.
now everybody wants to use the bombs.
I was already team bomb.
Oh goodness.
I'm just saying we can run the echo out there with a bomb and see what happens.
I'm all
Okay,
for it.
a bomb or the keg of smoke powder?
Okay. Hear me out. In the fray doesn't necessarily mean in the fight. Our goal can be just to grab that humanoid creature, run out of here, and set off the keg.
But then we won't know
Huh?
if we actually killed it.
Well, we'll bury it in here.
We put enough bombs.
Surely that's the solution to our problem. Is more bombs. All right.
I am not going to comment any further.
Yeah.
Okay. So, first things first. Do we want to run and investigate and eschew combat and try and get to the metallic humanoid and get to the little pre thing?
I think it might be smarter if we just
Kill?
I mean, the bugs weren't that bad up there. I'm a little worried about the whirligig thing, but
It looks like it was designed by Michael Bay.
Famous in-universe mechanical engineer.
He is a multiversal artificer, specifically an artillerist.
Look, to wizards, they have Elminster. To artificers, there's Michael Bay.
Yeah.
And we've gone up against much worse. We 5 minutes after waking up, we went through much worse than whatever this is.
All right, let's just go for it.
Fuck it.
Okay.
All right, y'all are walking in?
Yeah.
Roll an initiative.
Yeah.
Yeehaw!
18.
Ooh, that's better. 16
also,
for me.
Aluvire, are you here?
I am here,
Okay.
regrettably.
Okay.
I came just in case somebody needed translation. 8.
But what if we could talk to the bugs?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it dim or dark in here?
It's dim.
Good to know.
Can you see?
I think the better question is whether or not I can fly.
Yeah, sure.
15.
Okay, and Aluvire got 8, right? Okay. Orillo, what would you like to do?
Oh my god. Okay. I am going to do a little quick steppy right here. And I am going to take a shot at Rust Monster C with my arrow.
Okay.
Okay, let's see it. Okay, is this I don't has it noticed me? Would it have noticed
No.
me? Awesome. All right, so that is going to be, does an 18 hit?
It does.
Awesome. So that means it has not yet taken a turn yet in the current combat?
Nope.
Awesome.
Well, let's say that it hasn't. Not
Okay.
in the combat that has you in it.
Gotcha. So that is going to be a total of 17.
All right.
And then I will, or rather question, is the squeaky clean thing the question mark that I'm closest to, or is that the robot man?
Yeah. And as you get closer, what you can immediately notice is that among all of this rust and scrap and debris, there is something sort of iridescent. It looks like this piece of armor that has this sort of like square rectangular rainbow sheen on it.
Okay.
On a dead dwarf.
Oh.
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 It's armor that's on him, though?
Mm-hmm.
It'd take a while to take off. I will make a note of that. And is that the sound that was being made, or is that the spark that was being made?
It's in the direction of the sound.
Okay. Yeah, I will.
You cannot see what made the sound.
Okay, and is that the question mark that I'm closest to?
Yes.
I'm gonna haul ass over there. I want to check it out.
Okay.
And then
you have made your way to a corpse.
all right, I am going to make a stealth check. I don't think it'll matter for them, but it matters to me. So that is a 26 for stealth.
Okay. On its turn, the construct Oh, well. Sorry, that's on the other creature's turns.
Oh.
It is going to deal a whole bunch of damage to one of these monsters. And Orillo, behind you, a rusted spear sort of lodges itself behind you, digging itself into the scrap wall. It appears to be a misfire from this scrap monster, and just a giant pole, a giant like piece of rebar just gets
Hooray!
lodged in the scrap behind you. Okay. Because this rust monster started its turn within 5 feet of the construct, it's going to be taking some damage from its whirling blades. But then it is going to try and make a bite. That don't work. Tessell, what do you want to do?
Okay. Hang on, let me do some quick. Okay. But I can move it from there once it's started. All right. I'm gonna manifest my echo and make it run to Rust Monster B, and I'm going to attack from its position.
Okay.
Question.
Your
that
echo,
I do.
Your echo does not have the rust penalty.
Oh boy. Okay. Then I'm gonna roll my hand axe since it's the same 2-hit, but just know that it's echo longsword damage. 11.
That does not hit.
We go again. 24.
That'll hit.
Okay. And that's... Wait, is it... I think it's the same damage that I do. Yeah, it's the same weapon. Okay. That's 11 points of damage to that one right there.
Okay.
And I am gonna kind of stay back here and hope that I am out of their metal detector range.
All right. Let's die.
Sai is going to Rust Monster C. Is it looking fine?
Not really.
Okay.
None of the rust monsters are looking particularly fine.
Fair. But I'm gonna save the guiding bolt, I think. Okay, quick consult. How are we feeling about the construct? Because they're theoretically fighting against each other. Are we just
I have
killing
no
it
idea
all?
how to feel.
Look,
Yeah,
I would
we're-
say target construct first, and then we take out the weakened rust monsters after.
Because I'm thinking if I target the construct with the guiding bolt.
Oh, that the rust monsters will do more damage or have advantage on, or at least one of them will.
Right. But then that also brings the construct's attention
To us.
to us.
That depends. That depends. Because if the rust monster also then took advantage, like saw that and that, or the construct, and then tried to rush at it, it would have to do what, like 3 attacks of opportunity from the rust monsters?
Go with your heart.
There's a lot
What
of
does it say?
variables here.
All right, I'm gonna go with my heart. I'm gonna second level guiding bolt the construct. And I hope I hit. Can I add my heroic inspiration to it?
Heroic inspiration would just re-roll.
Oh,
I don't know if you have bardic inspiration.
I don't, but that's okay. That also helps me. Because I don't think a 10 hits.
Mm-mm.
So I'm going to use my heroic inspiration and reroll. What about a 15?
It looks like this construct should have been able to move out of the way. It looks like it was made with that amount of dexterity. But there is a groan and a strain of a whole bunch of rusted components that have decreased its armor class to 14.
Fuck yeah.
So
I feel
it
a
does
little
hit.
bit bad, but not that bad.
It has been within the nest of some rust monsters for a long time. It has not emerged unscathed.
That's going to be 21 radiant damage.
Okay.
And then Sai is going to... Yeah, I can do that. Is going to move over here.
Okay. Up next is going to be Aluvire.
Okay. Here's what Aluvire is going to do. I'm going to use my Unsettling Words ability as a bonus action. Expend one use of your Bardic Inspiration. Choose one creature you can see within 60 feet. Roll the Bardic Inspiration, which is a d8. I'll just go ahead and do that now. The creature must subtract that number from the next saving throw it makes before the start of your next turn. So it's going to be 4. And I would like them to make a wisdom save as I cast Antagonize on the construct.
Okay. Wisdom save and decreasing 4.
Yes, please.
13.
All right, that's not going to make it. First of all, it takes 8 psychic damage, and as I say that, I realize it might be ineffective. That's fine. Because that's not all it does. It must immediately use its reaction to make a melee attack against another creature of your choice that it can see. So one of the rust monsters, the one that looks the roughest, I'm gonna say.
Okay. How much psychic damage? Sorry.
8 psychic damage.
Okay. It does take it. Okay. Then now what?
It must attack one of the rust monsters using its reaction. A melee attack.
Okay. It is going to... So that will not hit.
That's fair. I'm cool with that.
All right. As it starts its turn within the Whirling Blades, this rust monster is going to be taking some damage. So is this one. But this rust monster is going to, first off, the cutting words, is it just the next save or all saves?
It was just the one.
Okay. to make a dex save. That'll succeed. And it will be bited at. That's going to miss.
And I believe Tessell and Orillo still have Bardic Inspiration.
Yep.
With the Guiding Bolt, the Rust Monster's bite does hit.
Sick.
It does fuck all damage, though. The other one is going to try to hit. No. Absolutely not. Okay. Back up to the top with Orillo. You are here next to this corpse.
Okay. Next to this corpse, I want to take his stuff, but I don't have like a bag of holding kind of deal that I can just put him in. Worry about later. So what I am going to do instead is that I am going to shoot an arrow at the construct and hold position.
Okay.
I don't think that I will get a sneak attack buff off of this. That is fine. That is 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, and then that will be for 7 points of damage. But now I will have advantage on it for the next attack roll that I make before my next turn. So we'll keep that in mind. Then let me see. Yeah, I think I will just make Sai aware of... Actually, can I pick up this corpse?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pick him up, and then I'm going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 back to the entrance and just...
While you're carrying him, you will be encumbered.
Okay. So I will go 3 instead of 6, and like just have like this dwarf corpse wearing like all of this armor that I'm showing Tessell, just like, ugh. Like, we got one of the things. But let me see real quick, because I know that I get extra stuff as being a bugbear, so I just want to make sure.
You have long arms.
And a powerful build. I count as 1 size larger when determining my carrying capacity.
Hey.
Okay, you can move further.
Yeah! So I will get over towards Tessell and Aluvire and just huck this thing at Aluvire's feet.
There's a dead guy at your feet.
It's got cool armor, though.
You know, like in anime, when you see that little, like, the chill up the spine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's 100%.
I got this for you.
Oh, thanks.
All right, this rust monster is also in the aura of whirling blades. It's taken some damage. It is going to need the thing to make a dex save. That'll still make it. Damn. And it's going to try and bite. That ain't going to do it. All right, Tessell.
Right. With the new strategy, I'm realizing a flaw in my plan for my 1 HP Echo, so we're gonna have to pivot. I think. So I'm gonna use a bonus action to swap places. So, and then I'm gonna pivot one to get this way with Rust Monster B and this way with the Gatekeeper construct. Can I don't know if I can ping. Right there, right over there. Yeah, up in that square. And then I'm gonna stab the Gatekeeper construct. Okay. Oh yeah, this is +6. You know what? Full send. 20, dirty.
That'll hit.
All right. That is 9 points of damage. Second attack. Hiya. Oh, wait, you can only add Bardic Inspiration to, like, ability checks and saves and stuff, right?
I think they changed it in this edition.
Unless it changed.
Aluvire. Can we roll Bardic Inspiration on attacks?
Yes.
Oh.
Any D20 roll.
Oh, they did change it. All right. So I'm gonna see if I can get something a little higher than a 10. What about an 18?
That sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. Second attack. Oh, that was minimum damage, 7. Oh, I should be using my weapon attributes. Yeah, I'm gonna inflict sap on it so it has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Okay.
Before the start of my next turn. And then I'm going to you know what, let's full send. Let's go action search. So I can take another attack action. Does that mean 1 attack or 2 attacks? I don't remember.
It's another attack action.
Another attack action. Okay, thank you. So is that 1 or 2?
So if you have multi-attack already as part of your regular attack action, how many attacks can you make normally?
2.
So you get your full extra 2.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Action surge is the whole action. Haste is the one that's picky.
That's what I'm thinking of. Okay. Thank you. All right. 18. Oops. That just why is everything rolling? Why is everything rolling? Please ignore it. For some reason, it rolled my damage twice after I rolled my longsword. Does an 18 hit?
It does.
Oh, I think it does, yeah. Alright, let me actually roll my longsword damage. And get a 7 again. Alright, 1 more longsword attack. Alright, that 11 is not gonna do it, but that's fine. Yeah, we'll stay here.
Okay. Bye.
Yes. I'm gonna come up to Rust Monster C, and we're gonna do a little shocking grasp. $21 to hit.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
For 10 lightning damage.
Okay. As a reaction, I need you to make a dexterity save.
That's fine. Or
Your musket now has a -2.
hooray!
Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Up next, because this is a new tool for me, and I had accidentally deleted it from the initiative and put it back with a new initiative, is the
Oh, boy.
construct.
Wow.
Now, Now, the contract is going to have disadvantage because of the sap.
He's malfunctioning.
Yeah. So
It's in character.
So Sai, does an 18 hit you?
Sure do.
Okay. A piece of rebar flies out of the construct at disadvantage and hits you. You are knocked prone and take 7 points of piercing damage.
Take how many?
7.
7, okay. Sorry, just the thought. I just getting bumped and knocked on her ass. Okay, we're good.
Now, is it all of its attacks at disadvantage or just the next one?
I think just the next one, but let me double check. Next attack roll. So yeah, just that one.
Okay. And then it will sling out at you, Tessell. Does a 15 hit?
No.
Okay. Aluvire.
That's me.
That is you. There's a dead guy in front of you.
I checked and I'm not good at carrying things. Cool. I can't reduce it because it's not a creature anymore. Okay. There's still three rust monsters out there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's a whole bunch of dead ones. Whole bunch of squished eggs. But 3 currently alive rust monsters.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm out of bardic inspiration, and I would do that to help you guys out. But I feel like at this point, my most useful thing that I can do would be skimming the body.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Okay.
Or, I mean, this would be, yeah, make an investigation check.
20. Mind you, I'm not good at this.
I mean, using your whole action, yes, you would get quite a bit of detail from this. So,
okay, I'll do that. I'm happy with that.
So, but being attuned to the sound of this, you definitely hear the wub of something rubbing against the bismuth armor.
Oh.
And you look around and you see a tiny bit of goop, a cuboid bit of goop that just seems to be rubbing against the armor, which is particularly clean where it is not rusted and destroyed.
Trying to get in, trying to get out.
Just rubbing it.
Okay. Can I take a flask of oil out of my pack, dump out the oil, and then try to catch this thing in the flask?
Yeah, as you put the flask up to it, it will sort of go up onto the flask and just start rubbing it and making it clean.
Okay. I'm gonna keep this. I'm keeping it. This is my friend now.
Okay.
That's it for me?
You would also notice two black boxes and a sort of tube on this creature's body.
Okay. I spend my turn looting the body. Mid-combat. Like Tyler hates.
Okay. It is now one of the rust monster's turns. It is starting within the aura of blades. It is going to take some damage. The next one will too. This one is going to force the construct to make a dex save. It still succeeds. The other one will as well. That fails finally. Okay. You see the rust monster rub its antenna along the scrap monster, and more of it begins to rust, and it appears to take a lot of damage. Then they're going to try and bite. That'll hit. That'll do fuck all. That will not hit. Okay. We're back at the top with Orillo.
Oh, okay. So I am going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm gonna take a arrow out at the Gearkeeper construct.
Okay.
All right, so let's see it. Action.
You have advantage because of your last thing.
Yeah. Let's see here. Short bow. Oof. Good thing I have advantage, because that is either an 11 or a 14.
14 is exactly what you need.
Yes. Okay, so then... go away, side thing. That is going to be 10 plus... 15 total. 10 plus 5.
Okay.
Oh, I should
Anything
give
else?
it an extra d6 because my sneak attack is 3d6 currently, so I need to update my macro. So that's an additional 6, so 21 total. I don't know if that changes anything, but... Okay, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to dash and go 1, 2, and I want to look at what the other thing is.
It is a humanoid-looking automaton that appears to be rusted beyond use, that is sparking a little bit.
I'm going to pick him out if I can.
Okay, make a strength check.
Oof, owie, I hate these. Roll for strong. I'm going to use my heroic inspiration. Why not? That's even worse. I rolled
mean,
a
you
5
also-
and then I got a nat 1.
You also have nat
It's
one.
not going to
Nat
help
Well-
on a
But
nat
you
one.
get more
you get
heroic
the-
inspiration.
You get the little one.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing, you could still try to use the bardic inspiration, and if it fails, you keep it.
Yeah, that's true. It's a
There's
D8.
no reason not to try.
All right, D8. A 6.
So that's a 10.
Yeah.
Okay. You pull this creature out. Its head part is sort of lolling about, as it is not fastened anymore.
Yeah.
But you are not going to get much more than like the top part of its torso and one of its arms out. The rest is very, very lodged within the scrap.
That's fine. I'm just gonna hang out here with it. Or I'll take 5 steps over there so that way I'm not as close to the rust monster's rusty aura. as I possibly could be, but I am over here. I imagine this is going to turn out like C-3PO inside of a giant bag where like leg is sticking out, top half is also sticking out. Like,
If C-3PO was actually dead,
Oh.
he's just sleeping. He's just sleeping. It's fine. Yep.
I currently have 2 of these rust monsters sitting at 1 hit point because they refuse to get out of the whirring blades, trying to defend their nest. It is going to force the construct to make a dex save. That'll pass. It is going to try and bite. That'll hit. That'll do more than fuck all. Tessell. At the start of your turn, you will be taking 6 points of slashing damage from the construct's whirring blades.
Ow. Okay, I can work with this. I am going to stab the construct. Hopefully. Ooh, 24
That'll hit.
for 12 points of damage. And then I'm going to take my second attack. Oh, I forgot to do... Can I add sap to the other one? I'm sorry. Okay. Because this 9's not going to hit. Boo-hoo, very sad. I think that's really all I can do at this point. I want my Echo back there for a get out of dodge option if I need. So, I'm going to stay here.
Okay. Sai, you are prone.
I sure am. Question.
Mhm.
Can I cast spells from prone?
Yes.
Excellent.
You have disadvantage on attack rolls, but you can. So if the spell does not require an attack roll, it doesn't matter. But if it's something like Guiding Bolt where it does require an attack roll, it will be at disadvantage.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let's say, like, if I did Toll the Dead on Rust Monster C, where it's a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, or no, Wisdom saving throw.
It rolled 15.
Son of a bitch. The target is missing its hit points. Oh no, that's it. It doesn't hit if
Oh.
yeah. It
Okay.
succeeds anyway. Damn it. Okay. Am I able to use a bonus action to get out from prone, or is that my action?
That's your movement.
Oh, my movement?
Mhm.
Why did I think it was an action?
It's probably another system. We play a lot of games.
Well, I'll get up
Play
from
games
prone.
here.
Well, that's my turn.
Okay. Okay. The construct is going to be making its attacks at disadvantage this turn. That will not hit that rust monster. No, it will not hit. Orillo, does a 20 hit you?
A 20 does hit me.
You're prone.
Oh, silvery barbs. As a reaction, you must re-roll that.
Does a 13 hit you?
It does not.
Orillo, you get advantage on your next attack.
Hell yeah. Is it?
You
'Cause it's
already do.
It's the person who saved,
Oh
right?
shit. No, I can
Okay.
give it to
Yeah,
anybody.
choose somebody else. I'm
Who wants
generating my own
advantage?
advantage these days.
I can give it to Sai.
Although Tessell's up next, so it might be better.
I'll give it to Tessell.
Third time's the charm.
We play hot potato with the advantage.
On its turn, the rust monster in front of you, Sai, succumbs to the whirring blades from the construct. All right. This one takes a little bit of damage, but he is going to once again try and do its antenna thing. That's a failure. Shit. So it's going to try and bite. That ain't going to do it. Orillo, you have narrowly avoided being impaled with rebar.
I love it. Love to see it. I am going to shoot at the Gearkeeper construct with my bow. Haha! Oh boy, that's a 10.
That will
Or
not
wait,
hit.
I have advantage because I did that myself. A 17.
That'll hit.
Okay. And then that is going to be short bow for 9 plus 11, so 20 damage.
All right. Anything else?
I'm gonna go back over and dig out the second half of 3PO. Or is he too deep in there?
You can try.
Might as well.
Okay. Make a dexterity save.
A dex save. I'm actually decent at those. That's a 26.
Okay. You do not take damage from scrap metal.
Okay. I don't get fantasy tetanus.
No.
Yay.
But there's very little to salvage.
All right.
You get the other arm.
All right. Well, you know what? If I have 2 arms and the upper half, we can always put wheels on him later and call it a day. I'm getting out of here. I'll use my bonus action to well, if I go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then I'll just dash and get over to where Aluvire and the Echo are.
Hello.
He just has like that, like half of a metal man jutting out of a burlap sack on his shoulder. Like, I found a guy.
Oh, so many gifts.
I love this place.
Another rust monster is now dead. There's one remaining. Tessell, what would you like to do?
Rust monster matters not to me. I focus on the construct. And I will swing with my longsword. And get a 21.
All right. And,
Huzzah.
and just a reminder, I believe as a Dragonborn, you replace one of your attacks with your breath if you decide to use it.
Oh. Oh, I can. Yes. Interesting. I'll have to keep that in mind. 7. 7 points of damage.
Okay.
now that you say that, I'm just like, ooh, what if? What if I shot acid all over this metal monster?
Oh,
What would happen? What would happen?
I just want to know.
For science. We'll try it for science.
Have a cute little acid moment.
Yeah, I'll just spit at it in a line. Dex saving throw 15.
Five.
Yay! Let me roll 2d10. Well, not a d100. There we go. Hiya! Ooh, 18.
You had 18 hit points left.
Yeah. And we found out what would happen.
You did find out what would happen. I probably should have mentioned at some point that it was resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Oh. Oh.
So,
There's nothing in the rules that says that a dog can't play baseball. Sorry.
You really need to
But-
update these fucking rules.
but realizing, hey, acid would probably do something here. You try some old-fashioned spit. How do you do it?
Yeah, I think it's just like, the throat turns like a sickly yellowy green as the acid rises. And just kind of rear back and spit, And yeah.
Large portions of this scrap amalgam just begin going inert and falling to the ground. There is a single rust monster. Sai, what would you like to do?
I have one more attack. Oh no, wait. I used it.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Sai, what would you like to do?
Well, that's me. Let's I mean, he's probably not looking so good, right? Let's just holy
Yeah.
word and call it a day.
Holy word? What's the save?
There's no save for holy word. It's 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
The holy word is fuck off. It's just 4.
Poseidon quivers before him.
Aluvire, you doing anything?
I would maybe like to. How many are left?
One.
Just the one.
Oh, just the one. Okay.
There's a single bug.
A single bug. Maybe I can do something. Starry Wisp.
What is that?
22 to hit.
That'll hit.
8 damage of the radiant variety.
It had 5 hit points left. How do you want to do it? What is this sorry wisp?
It's a new bard spell. I have my lute out, and I hold it up like it's a bow, and I pull one of the strings back and then twang it, and a mote of light will, like, it doesn't move quickly, it just kind of like floats over like wee, and then it explodes on impact.
All right. Well, you were here within the destroyed rust monster nest. There's a destroyed. There are a few destroyed constructs here. You have a few things off of this dwarf's body. Do you want to take the time to identify them here or back in the scrapyard?
Would I be able to go over to where the automaton was and see if I can get any of the rest of his parts out of the tangle?
Yeah, you'll need to make a dexterity save, but yes.
Oh, you know,
Like they're like it seems like this thing was here for a long time.
I was thinking it was going to be strength, but let's just do it anyway. That's a 5. I've only been rolling 3s and 4s for dexterity.
Okay. So you're going to be taking 2 points of piercing damage, but you can make a strength check or an athletics check.
Dirty 20.
Okay. You can reach in and get the lower half of its torso. It at this point, parts of it are rusting and sort of crumbling within your hands as you pull it out, but you have the rusted frame of this thing down to its equivalent of a pelvis.
All right. Bring it over and I add it to the bag.
Put it in the bag, yeah.
I'm gonna go around the room and look for any additional eggies.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Okay. There it is. Ugh, 12.
Yeah, there are a few that remain like intact, but you can quickly go through and smush them if you so
Yeah.
choose.
I'm busting and smushing them.
It's just like a pile of. Have y'all seen those videos of like apple snail eggs?
Ooh,
No.
yes.
No, I'm curious.
Nights in the courtyard.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a cursory look around to see if we missed anything other than just the eggs.
No, these are the only things out of
Okay.
normal that you would have noticed here.
And then a follow-up question for our beloved dungeon master, rust monsters and their antennae that do then cause the rust. Is that like does the rust monster have to be alive to use that? Is it just based out of the antenna? Is it like a powder that comes off of it? Is there a way I can take some of that with me to use later?
You can certainly try.
I would love to certainly try.
Okay. How are you going to try and remove them?
To try and remove them, I am just going to, knowing that it causes things to rust, I'll try it with a dagger. Like, just like an expendable dagger that, like, I don't particularly care about.
Okay.
To see if I can, like, work quickly to remove it.
Make a survival check.
Okay. That's a 15.
Okay. The dagger does not survive,
No.
but you are able to walk away with, let's say, 5 intact rust monster antennae.
Hell yeah. Use every part of the rust monster.
That is not every part.
Every part that
That
matters.
is one
not.
specific part.
I will put those in a bag and worry about that later. All right. That was all Orillo wanted to do down here.
Are y'all
The
heading back?
bombs now.
Or are you using the bombs now?
Yeah, let's cave this fucker in. Why not?
Okay.
Orillo will place like the keg near like a support piece of scrap that's like holding it up.
Okay. So, just for reference, bomb,
Bomb.
smoke powder keg.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, let's put it right.
Oh.
Let's put it dead center in there.
Let me get out of there.
I'm going in.
You know, guys, this would have been the game to try it while we were still in initiative.
That's what I said.
My-
And nobody liked it.
For our audio listeners, in the rule book, bombs have a 5-foot radius, as do packets of smoke powder in Waterdeep Dragon Heist. But Waterdeep Dragon Heist also says if you explode a keg of smoke powder, it's a 20-foot radius.
Which is so much bigger than you think. That's a 40-foot diameter, my friends.
Yeah, we'll leave the keg down here and just make sure that we are well and far enough away before we set it off.
Okay. Okay. So how are you attempting to ignite it? Like,
I mean,
you can light a bomb and throw it in there, and it could detonate the smoke powder. You will have to be within 60 feet to do that, and I don't think you would be able to do that while within the safety of the crawl space.
Right.
I'll do it.
Crawl space is like all twisty-turny.
Sai wants to do it. I think Tessell's gonna be like, we could just. Hey, crazy thought. We could just give it to the Echo. I'm just gonna throw that one out there.
The size on her tear right now.
Like, I'm not gonna stop you, but I'm just gonna say, that's an option.
This feels like a fun challenge. If I can light it and then get out fast enough. But I suppose maybe it's not the time.
If that's what you want to do, you do you. He just has like slumped over one shoulder this dead ass dwarf, and on the other a bag full of like a half-eaten robot man.
Oh wait, the Echo can only be 30 feet from me.
Okay, but you can be 30 feet into the crawl space.
So
And it
you were
can
30 feet
huck it.
to that,
Yeah.
and then the E needs to be 60 to throw it. So you would be
Yeah,
90.
he will
away.
be less than 60 by the time, or they will be less than 60 in order to get a shot on the keg.
All right, Godspeed, Echo.
I mean, all
Right.
things considered, our actions have little consequence in the matters of life and death. Have fun.
Crawl away.
Crawl, crawl.
You hear a loud explosion. There is the clanging of so much metal. Everybody make a dexterity save.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Oh. 19.
16.
12.
Just need dice. Roll dice. Okay. Okay. Aluvire, you got an 8.
Yep.
Okay, you'll be taking 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, that's
just-
fine.
just getting slung by a little bit of the force against some of the rubble. Like this cave isn't collapsing. Like it's a fairly sturdy insect corridor.
Burbo.
Yeah. Uh, but you are able to get back out into the scrapyard with your salvage.
I'm gonna show off my squeaky friend.
Yeah, so still hanging on top of the flask, but like sort of dipped halfway in, is this little blue cube that is just kind of rubbing against the flask, and it has the distinct smell and texture of blue unscented liquid soap.
But what's its name? I don't think it's capable of speech.
Well, that doesn't mean you can't give it a name.
I can check.
So Aluvire, you can add a cleaning cube to your inventory. I believe that's the name of it.
I'm gonna name it Sponge.
Oh, that's cute.
Sponge.
I think Tessell's gonna be like, what's it doing? What's it doing right now? What does it do?
Looks like it's cleaning.
Yes. Tessell's gonna pull out their slightly rusty longsword and be like, put it on here, let's see something.
Oh, okay.
I gently offer it the longsword. To the longsword, just like nope.
It will begin impaling itself on the sword.
Oh
no.
And then just start like vibrating, making the little wub wub sound. The sword gets significantly cleaner. Like it removes a lot of the rust monster blood and stuff from it. Oxidation.
damn.
Be removed with soap.
Worth a shot.
Oh, I think it's purring. Oh, I think it likes it.
Tessell's gonna be like, all right, you can take Sponge back. I just had to see. Probably gonna have to get a new one of these, unfortunately.
I hope Daisy doesn't mind that the musket's a little bit toast.
All right, let's go check in.
While you guys are doing this, Orillo is removing the armor from the dwarf. Said it was bismuth armor?
So the top layer of it is like this slate of bismuth. So it's this iridescent metal that sort of crystallizes in these rectangular patterns. The metal frame that it is on is completely rusted and largely unusable, but you do have a large quantity of
Shaped.
worked bismuth.
Yeah. All right.
The other things that were on here were two black boxes and a tube. And Daisy will come out to sight. So I heard a boom.
Job's done.
Great. So what was stirring everything up there? That's a dead guy.
We found him in there. I don't know really what to do with it, to be honest. So to put things into perspective, we went down the tunnel, and there was a giant construct that was whirring and causing problems inside of the rust monster nest, which I'm assuming was upsetting the natural balance nesting area of the rust monsters. Giant construct's dead. Rust monsters are gone. Squashed all the eggs. Blew up the nest.
Well, shit, that makes my job a lot easier.
That's what we like to do.
So, I guess y'all are heading up to Ribcage, or y'all wanna actually like buy some bonds and stuff for your whole trip?
How much would this pistol be? I didn't actually fire it, but I like the idea of having one.
Pistol is $250.
All right, let's see if I have. Yep, $250, easy. Out of sheer morbid curiosity, how much would a keg of smoke powder be?
$250.
Done, easy. This is awesome. Take that money.
I got a question.
Historically, nothing has ever gone wrong by carrying around a keg of smoke powder in your pocket.
Nope. In your pocket.
No, this is like strapped to the back. I look like Singed from League of Legends right now.
Oh, so it's even like visibly an explosive. Great.
I
the
got a
enemy
question.
with the red barrel in every first-person shooter.
This will go well.
This will go well.
Yeah, my weapon got a little rusty taking on those rust monsters. Is there anyone around that can fix it or sell me a new one?
Yeah, I mean, I can replace it if you want. Rust is a little hard to reverse, but we can replace the parts of it that got rusted if you leave back with us. That's really just on us. Like, we knew what we were doing whenever we lent you the stuff. Oh, you're talking about like one of the weapons you already had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do anything about that, but I can ask around and see if anybody has a long sword.
Yeah, if you could just point me in the direction of somebody who might have one, that'd be great.
Tessell?
Yeah.
Never mind. Sorry.
Okay.
I thought maybe I might be able to do something about it, and then I double checked my spell list and I knew I couldn't. Carry on. It's so confusing being 3 people at once.
Oh, actually, Tessell, it's not a sword, and I don't know if you can use it, but I do have my hammer, and I'm certainly not using it.
Kind of hammer.
What's a warhammer? And she pulls out a big warhammer.
Excellent.
Or you can have my rapier.
Not the rapier. Give me the warhammer.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm not good with the little stuff. I need a little more heft to it. I also have Push, the warhammer feat.
Yes, I will gladly hand it over.
Oh, I can try giving this back to you when I find something to, I mean, actually, this does the same amount of damage as... You just let me know when you want this back, and I'll give it to you.
We'll work it out later. I don't think I've used it in quite some time, so I think it'll be glad to have some actual use.
Also, for your knowledge, I can use anything. I'm a fighter. Weapon is my game.
No matter what it is.
My favorite weapon is yes.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's hop back on Ikaru then, unless we have other business here.
I just want to pick up a set of Tinkerer's tools. And that would be the only other thing here.
You can grab one off of, honestly,
Anywhere.
almost any surface here.
Sick. I'm gonna pick up some Tinkerer's tools. I love having tools.
You can trip over Tinker's tools here. Okay.
Just so you guys know, as a bard, I am capable of playing bagpipes, dulcimer, flute, hand drum, lute, shawm, and viol.
Very talented.
I could be a one-man band, baby. Yeah.
You load back up on Ikaru, which again is sort of like docked on the side of one of these loading platforms accessed by these catwalks. And go back inside with you're leaving the dwarf body, right?
Yeah.
Or are you taking that with you?
If anybody doesn't have any objections to me taking the dwarf body, I'll just like bring it along.
I mean, no.
You never know. How does it look? Like how long has it been there? Is it like mushy or is it still kind of firm?
Look, I don't know the human decomposition times.
Levels
times
of
work times work weird in the
decomposition.
outlands. We will say it is.
Is it past the point of speak
It's definitely rigid.
Okay. Dehydrated Ganon. I think I'll just leave the body here, or at least give the body to Daisy and spacing on the
Kettle
name.
Whistle.
Kettle Whistle. Thank you. I'll be like, hey, we found this guy. I don't know if he's important at all, or if he was the last adventurer you sent in there. But we found him.
I don't really recognize him. Let me roll a die. Let me roll a thing.
He didn't have any armor on him. It was really weird.
Oh.
The rust monsters must have eaten it.
Yeah. I mean, I can see the little rusty bits there. Yeah.
Yeah, shame. Anyways. Well, if you don't know who
Well,
he
y'all
is,
have a safe trip to Ribcage.
we'll do.
We certainly appreciate the help. Now we can actually, I don't know, do something other than defend the place from rust monsters, which is really hard to do whenever you are made of ferrous metal.
Yeah, that sounds pretty rough. It's almost like if we were being attacked by flesh-eating beasts and they would eat our flesh.
They do that all the time.
Okay, bye.
All right. So you pile into Ikaru with the parts of the rusted automaton
Yeah.
and the other items that you got from the dwarf.
Yeah.
And whatever weapons and explosives you picked up.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to do immediately here? Do you want to check in with Zathir?
For Zathir, I think we just say set course for Ribcage, right?
Oh god, we're going to Ribcage? Okay.
What's wrong with Ribcage?
It's just, you know...
Should we be worried?
It's the
I
gateway
mean,
to the hells.
It's the gateway to the hells. There's just a lot of devils and evil and
Oh, okay.
rules. But
There's
okay.
not any spiders, are there?
I don't think so.
I hear it's home of the hell spiders.
Oh, okay.
Big smirk.
Nervous smile.
Anything else you're doing here?
Not here in Mechanus. I don't think.
Super good.
How's that progress going on that Mimir thing?
I mean, I've fixed it. I have not been able to recover the data. I don't know, it's trying to like do a data recovery thing, but it's just it doesn't have a place to start. I don't know what he was specifically recording here, but maybe you can figure out what was going on.
Is there a way to like plug info in? I don't know how these things work.
I wanted to show this to what was their name? In the
Gond.
archives.
Gone.
Gond.
I
Oh,
thought
okay.
just thought maybe they would have some insight.
Sure.
Sai's gonna pick it up and make a quick trip over to the archives to see if Gond has any
Sai, before you're fully at the door with this like metallic parts like sticking out of this bag, can you ask him if there's anything like a rust away he can recommend? Like cinch up the bag.
What have you got in there?
Most of a man.
Oh, that's right. Well, perhaps it was one of his.
Then he'd know. But just, if you think about it, if not, I'm sure I'll figure something
Are
out.
you keeping the man? No, actually, I stand by my question. Are you keeping the man?
I'm not keeping him. I was planning on having it be more of like a pet project thing. Like, if I fix him up, then maybe he'll want to stay around. Or be useful to have here in our fort.
Orillo,
So you want to keep him?
Eh?
Sai sort of leans forward. Let me take your hand for a moment. Orillo,
Extends hand out.
are you perhaps feeling a little lonely, or maybe you're just missing owning a shop?
Look, am I feeling a little bit lonely? Let's be real. I am out of your league. Let's set that straight right now. Have you seen this whole package? Come on now. That being said, maybe once the shop starts up again, I'll need to have inventory.
Sai rolls her eyes and says, you know what? It seems you're feeling fine. Off you pop then.
He's not lonely, he's just a hoarder.
I take offense to that, but you're not wrong.
It's a
quite clear.
corpse. And potentially a person.
No, I didn't bring the corpse. I only have the robot. I only have the half
Oh,
robot.
I'm sorry. I thought you were gonna
You left
revive
the
the
corpse.
fucking dwarf.
Taking the
Never
body, that would put the
mind.
conversation with Sai way different. Be like, take the corpse. I'm going up to the room. Be like, are you feeling
I
lonely?
thought
Be
you
like,
were.
I
This
don't
is
know."
Dungeons and Dragons. We can bring people back to life.
What if I played God?
I was like, wow, death really has no consequence.
Playing God, have a corpse to do stuff with.
Never mind.
So while Sai goes to talk to the actual guide,
This asks other questions though, like, the robot's just as much of a person, right? And we're cool with that.
there,
That's what I was trying to bring up to him of like, hey buddy, are you just trying to make like a shopkeeper for your little shop that you're setting up in your room?
I'm training a dog to sell cigarettes. What's the problem here?
Oh my god.
Anyway, Connor.
It has been too long.
it has been a very long time, but there is a line between automaton and sentient construct. Where this corpse lied on that spectrum remains to be discerned.
Okay.
But while Sai goes and talks to Gond about the Mimir, which is a tool and is not sentient, did anybody want to further investigate the black boxes or the tube that you got from the dwarf?
Certainly. Yes. Let's do that. I have detect magic.
Okay. All three are magical. The tube will... Okay, wait. The black boxes will have a divination aura. I believe the tube will also have a divination aura.
Interesting. Do we have a wizard friend on our walking castle? Yes?
Yes.
He is capable of identifying these objects?
She is.
Sorry. It's been a while. I didn't take sufficient notes. Okay. I will ask her to identify these objects for me.
The two black boxes are they are functionally equivalent to scrolls of Speak with Dead, but specifically work with constructs, not humanoids.
Oh, interesting.
They're black boxes.
Of course they are. Okay.
The
Of course.
tube is a periscope rod. It is basically a movable periscope, but you can move the end of it in whatever direction you would like.
That's cool. That's cool.
It also has an inscription upon it. Basically saying that this was a Dungeonland consolation prize for Team SZA.
The TV show.
From TV?
Okay. It was Dungeonland consolation prize for Team SZA. Team SZA.
Okay. Knights in the Courtyard, I'm gonna guess. I'll take the black box to Orillo and explain that it might be helpful for his new friend.
Appreciate
The
it.
robot one.
Yeah, he'll take it. Then start clearing space on the table to lay out the parts of the robot man to figure out what he's working with.
Are you planning on using the black box?
Yes, but it doesn't have to be right now.
Okay. Sai, you make your way into the archives and can quickly find your way to Gond, who is sort of sitting at a place going over some of the blueprints around his workshop.
Hello again.
Hey, you weren't already heading out?
Oh, we were. I had mentioned showing you the Mimir, and I didn't know if you had any insight into it at all. Our friend has put it back together. However, from what I understand, we're struggling to actually get the data off of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with them. This was Rome's, right?
I believe so.
Okay. Do you mind if I?
By all means.
Okay, and he takes it in his hand and he scoots over to uh what did I describe as having the information of the Orrery of the Wanderer last time? Was it just that the archivist was telling you that that was some of the information that Rome was looking for?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Well, he goes over to actually the parts of the archives next to him sort of like fold within the walls, and some like miniatures sort of pop up on pedestals, like part of this library is shifting into a museum. And one of those things that pops up is a miniature orrery. And he just sort of points the mimir at it. So I believe Rome was looking for this, which was the Orrery of the Wanderer. It was this clockwork construct that sort of dipped into the fundamentals of the multiverse, and it sort of delved into some far realm stuff. It was split into its composite components for safety, since it was having some unforeseen effects. I believe it was reconstructed, and it's currently right now in the possession of Asmodeus and the Lady of Nessus. Data accepted.
That's right. The Lord of the Hells and the Lady of Nessus. I have that written down. I don't know why, but I do.
You hear data accepted from the Mimir. What's the status of your data recovery? 12%. I think you have to keep looking into these sorts of things that Rome was looking into. If he was recording them with this Mimir, it will help it recover its data. Once there's enough for it to work off of, it should be able to recover the rest of its data on its own.
So I have to feed it.
Yes, you have to feed it data. Or really, you have to remind it of the data it already had.
Right. Well, then I'm going to have a very long night of telling it everything I know.
You have to remind it of the data that it already had.
Well, I don't know what it has and doesn't have, so it'll just have to get everything.
Fair enough. He'll hand the Mimir back to you.
Thank you very much. This has been incredibly helpful. And it said it was at 12%, yes?
Yes.
Long way to go, but I think we can do it. I have 2 more questions, if that's all right.
Sure.
Do you have any kind of recommendation for things that have gone rusted?
Divine intervention.
I might be able to swing that. We found a a rusted out automaton that we thought maybe we could help. So we'll do our best. Last question.
Unfortunately, rust is difficult to work with.
Quite. Yes. We're having some difficulty with it.
And your other question?
Yes, one more question. I'm so sorry. It probably doesn't seem relevant. Do you think I'm pretty?
What do you want to hear?
The truth.
Yes. I think you are a pretty person.
Thank you. I knew he was being an asshole. That's all.
Okay.
Thank you. I very much appreciate your time.
You're very welcome. I will see you around.
I do hope we meet again. And she heads back to the remind me what it's called.
The Walking Castle.
The Walking Castle.
I'm fucking omniscient and I didn't know if that was a trap. You make your way back into the castle. And, the four of you are there. There is this tube. One of the boxes is missing, and there is a rusted automaton on the table. As you all get settled in, and the walking castle begins to march away, there is a heavy, heavy thud. And the entire castle shifts as it seems like something very, very large has landed on it.
I grab the periscope tube and stick it out the window.
Okay. You peek out the window and you can basically get the edge of something very, very large and scaled. It is like you're looking at a giant piece of lizard skin that is this like purpley pink pearlescent color. That is
Shiny!
That is all you can see.
Yeah, Aluvire just turns back like gobsmacked and signs, shiny.
Oh, shiny.
Yeah, I'm gonna step outside to the nearest little not terrace, balcony, whatever
I'll go with you.
fixture it is, and
as
up.
you do, you're sort of like in the process of seeing the skybox change from the inside of this impossibly large workshop back into the like normal sky and weird trees and landscapes of the Outlands. Like you were starting to shift back into that normal in-between zone. But let me pull this up. Coiled atop the walking castle is a mighty pearl-colored dragon with branch-like horns. Its brilliant eyes fix on you. And in a warm, slow voice that sounds as if it were coming from far away, it says, "Oh, my old friends. How good it is to see you again." That's where we'll pick up next time.
Oh.
Cyber, thank you so much for running this game. I have no idea who the fuck that guy is or if we are actually friends, but I am excited. But I am always excited whenever you are on this channel. Cyber, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hi. I don't know. I'm here sometimes. And on cyberwolf1201.com, both on Blue Sky and the actual website. I, look, I'm figuring it out.
Big same. Dingo, where can we find you? What do you do?
I do this, and you can find me on Blue Sky at WheresMyDingus.
And Kylan.
Hi everybody, I'm Kylean, otherwise known as Kyle with an N on Blue Sky and also Twitch. Life has been a little crazy for me lately, so I have not been streaming as of late. I had a test stream where I played the Murderous Sonic the Hedgehog recently. That was fun. But I'm hoping to get back into Pokemon Yellow soon because I'm trying to play like 14 different Pokemon games, and that's a big undertaking. So if you would like to watch me do that, just hit that follow button on Twitch. You'll see when I go live, and we'll party.
And Danae.
Hey everybody, I am Wings, also known as Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on this channel, so go and check it out, DanaeKeener.com.
And I am the Indoor Adventurer, but if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. I'm the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do shows like this when we can. As Kylan said, and Cyber has said as well, and I think a lot of us have said over the last several months, I'm tired, Grandpa. Streams are hard to put out when life, well, when it don't stop coming and it won't stop coming. But you know what? We are going to do our best to keep playing this game and bringing it as often as we, as humans in 2025, are able to, because boy howdy. But that being said, hey, if you caught us here and you end up wanting to enjoy more of this game, go to YouTube. Go to youtube.com/Indoor Adventures. We have 6 years worth of VODs of all of the different games, of all of the different streams that we have done up until this point, featuring this entire cast of people throughout all of that time, throughout a variety of games. It's a great time. Go and check that out, or you can go towards anywhere audiocasts are made available for free. Cyber.
But don't let the fact that that is 6 years put you off, because this game's been going on for a year, and this is episode 10.
Yeah. So who knows?
Much more manageable.
Much more manageable. What a great way to catch up on that series. But again, you can find us anywhere on YouTube at youtube.com/Indoor Adventures, or you can check us up on anywhere audiocasts are being made available for free. You can find us there under the same moniker. But for now, we are going to be heading out for our Patreon-supported after show at patreon.com/Indoor Adventures called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but also from the community. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask myself or any of these other fine folk, feel free to join us there, or you can check out our Discord in the link in the description down below. But for now, we are going to be heading out. So I'd like to say once again, Cyber, thank you so much for running this game. Thank you to all of these players for putting up with our bullshit. And of course, thank you to everybody who decided to stop on by. Love seeing you here. And we will see all of you next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye!